Imagine finding out your wife is cheating, not just with anyone, but with your own brother. Now imagine your mom telling you to accept it for the sake of family. That's what happened to me. And the revenge I planned? None of them saw it coming. My name is Michael. I'm 33. I grew up in a tight-knit family, or at least I thought we were. I worked as a mechanical engineer, steady income, hardworking. My wife, Sarah, and I had been married for 5 years. She was beautiful, charming, and everyone in my family loved her. My younger brother, Jake, was the golden boy, funny, outgoing, and spoiled by my mom. But what I didn't know was that behind my back, Sarah and Jake were getting closer. I started noticing small things. Jake texting Sarah late at night, Sarah suddenly dressing up every time Jake came over, and inside jokes they shared that I wasn't a part of. At first, I brushed it off. I told myself, it's just family. Don't be paranoid. Until one night, when I came home early from work, I walked into the living room and froze. Sarah was sitting way too close to Jake on the couch, whispering and holding his hand. The guilty look on their faces said everything. My heart pounded. What the hell is going on? Jake smirked, as if this was all a joke. Sarah quickly pulled her hand back and muttered, Michael, please don't overreact. You don't understand. I demanded answers, but instead of apologizing, Sarah told me she was confused about her feelings. And Jake? He had the nerve to say, maybe she should have married me instead. The betrayal was crushing. I stormed out and went straight to my mom's house. I needed comfort, advice, anything. But when I told her, she looked me dead in the eye and said words I'll never forget. Michael, don't be dramatic. If Sarah is happier with Jake, maybe you should accept it. Family is family. Keep it together. I felt like my whole world shattered in that moment. My wife, my brother, and now even my mom had turned against me. But instead of falling apart, I decided I'd play it smart. Revenge wasn't going to be loud. It was going to be silent, calculated, and permanent. First, I gathered evidence. Photos, screenshots, even voice recordings. Sarah and Jake weren't careful, and within weeks, I had enough proof of their affair to bury them both. Then I quietly met with a lawyer. Thanks to a prenup Sarah signed, she would walk away with nothing if she cheated. My lawyer assured me we had her cornered. The day of reckoning came at a family dinner. Everyone was there. My parents, Jake, Sarah, even some cousins. I stood up, raised a glass, and said, I want to thank Sarah and Jake for being so close. In fact, closer than anyone knew. I connected my phone to the TV and hit play. Photos of Sarah and Jake together in hotels, texts where she called him the love of her life, and even a voicemail of Jake bragging to a friend about sleeping with my wife. The room went silent. Sarah burst into tears. Jake turned red. My mom yelled, turn that off, but it was too late. The damage was done. I slid the divorce papers across the table to Sarah. Congratulations. You and Jake can be together now, but thanks to the prenup, you won't get a dime. Then I turned to Jake. And you, little brother, don't bother asking me for help again. You're dead to me. Finally, I looked at my mom. You told me to accept this? Fine. I accept that none of you are part of my life anymore. And with that, I walked out, leaving them all in stunned silence. Now I live peacefully, free of betrayal. Sarah lost everything, Jake lost his brother, and my mom lost her son. Sometimes the best revenge isn't anger. It's cutting them off completely and thriving without them. If you liked the video, please subscribe and turn on notifications.